Hi everyone, welcome to Peabolic Notes. This is Michael Kirkchin here, and today's video is actually a very interesting one. I'll be doing a quick analysis on one of the projects that I'm looking at, a crowd loan on a Polkadot Parachains, and it's one that I will be personally investing in. And I would like to share that information with you. I did a quick research on it, my 5 T's that I will share with you, which are going to be about the team, the traction on it, technology, tokenomics, and also the terms. So the 5 T's, I learned these from Brian Rose from London Real, and he had discussed about this with Alex Hazel, who was involved with the Swissborg, which is a trading company in Europe. Yeah, so let's get started here. Before we begin, I'd like to please just do a quick disclosure that I'll be investing in this project myself. I'm not a financial advisor, so whatever we'll be discussing today, please do your own homework, your own research, so that you can double check yourself before getting involved. So let me just share with you my screen. And so the Polkadot crowd loans are a project that have been going on for a while, and Polkadot basically puts these projects on a parachain on a crowd loan, and they want those that basically win their actual pool of loans to be getting the funding. So right now, this is the one that's going to be, I believe, ending on February 10. I'm not sure about the date. Just double check yourself, obviously. And so Hydra DX is currently one of the leaders in this pool. That actually is a problem, which I will show you why. Because if you look at the actual reward structure, the way they had set it up was that they were going to be giving 10 times more rewards if someone had invested in their project or that contributed in their project before they had become a leader of their pool. Currently, since Hydra DX is already leading their pool, it means that if we get involved now, we're not going to be getting this 10 times the rewards. We'll be getting a lot less rewards, which is really too bad because it makes a huge difference. So basically, the way they're doing it right now is that when somebody gives when you stake 1 dot with them, they'll be giving 12.5 or more HDX tokens, and they'll be giving Gates at the end of the term, which I believe is 2 years. So again, just double check this to make sure that the details are right. All this can be seen on the Parachains website, or you can go to Hydra DX's website, and as they give more information there as well. So what is the company? I'll do a quick summary. Obviously, if you go to their website at hydradx.io, they have a lot more information. It's a multi-asset liquidity pool. So basically what they're doing is that they're putting all their assets into one shared liquidity pool. And the way they're doing this is that instead of doing it in such a way where you have doing a liquidity providing by having 2 tokens or 2 assets, you're giving, basically they're putting all of the liquidity into one location, into one pool, and the rest of it is going to be the other asset will be one that's going to be provided by the company that's going to be minted, which is probably going to be the HDX token. So meaning that now, instead of having to give 2 tokens to provide the liquidity, you can only give 1. You don't have to give 2, which I believe that's correct. So obviously, this is something that the company can confirm. And it's very interesting because the Hydra DX is going to be interoperable on both Ethereum assets as well as the Polkadot assets. So now all of a sudden you're doing, it's being built on the Polkadot ecosystem, which is itself already very interesting because, first of all, by it being on Polkadot, and since Polkadot provides the layer 0 of the network, it means that it's going to be running on its own subtrate. So meaning that it's going to be very flexible as far as scalability and for its operations. It's not going to be stuck having to rely on the main net doing its updates or upgrades. It's going to be running on its own subtrate. So that's very interesting. So if we look at the 5 T's, which are going to be the team. So the team, the leadership, it looks like it have good leadership. I did quick checks on the CEO, and he's been with the company since 2018, and the COO as well. He's been with the company for a little while. The CEO's name is Darrell Lowe, and the COO's name is Wee Nig. All this you can find on the actual LinkedIn. And as well as far as what's going on with their investors and partners, all this, obviously they are sharing all this information on this Parachains website with Polkadot. And so I looked at some of these names are big names: KR1, Hyperspheres, AU21 Capital. And if you look at some of the investments that these guys have been involved in, for example, KR21, they've done many projects. I mean, if we zoom in and look at what some of the projects they've been involved in, I mean, in 2016 they had invested in Bitcoin, and then afterwards in some of the projects that they've done in 2017, they were involved in Polkadot. In 2017, they were involved in Neo. All their projects on their website. They had done other projects in 2018. If you look at some of these names, I mean, I don't know all these names, unfortunately, but some of these names I know. And then if I looked at what they've done in 2019, they had invested in Kusama. So this is in 2019, which is really 2 years ago, which is very interesting that these guys were involved so early. Hydra DX, they've been involved there since 2020. Akala, Moonbeam, which also were other projects. That A-Star, these are all projects that actually won on the Polkadot Parachains already. These are ongoing projects right now. So they've also invested in Lido and many other companies also in 2021. So I looked at this. These guys are one of the investors in this project. The other one is AU21. These guys as well looks like a very interesting company based in San Francisco. And basically, if you look at their website, these guys, AU21 has been involved with Polkadot. They've been involved with A-Star. They've been involved with Phantom. So these guys been around the block, Axie Infinity. So these are all big names already in this ecosystem. So I like seeing that some big names are already investing in this project. So that gives me confidence. And if we check and see the Twitter account of Hydra DX, just to see what's going on with them. I mean, they have 24,000 followers. Some of these followers are Josh Tobin from Supra. There's also Akala following them. So it's, I mean, these guys, I mean, they have good traction, which is very important. If I look at the technology for the company, technology-wise, it looks like it's probably going to be on hydradx.io. I haven't tested the actual, I'm not sure if it's operational already. So if you look at the roadmap, it said like they were going to be running the mainnet in rest of 2021. So basically, I haven't really actually tested their tool, but I'm assuming that since it's going to be a liquidity provider, it's going to be something similar to Uniswap or CRV or one of those other, or even Aave. So it's going to be something similar of the sort. As far as terms, so terms, it's going to be 2 years. The Polkadot Parachains run for 2 years. So what that means is whatever dot you stake with them, it's going to be locked for the full term, i.e. you won't get interest on it on this dot, but it's going to be staked, and the reward is going to be the tokens that the project will be giving to you, I guess, sometime during the actual staking, or they may give it at the end. I didn't look at all those details. Everything is shared properly on their website, but it looks like the way they'll be saying is that it looks like basically really the rewards would have been so much better if I got involved in this before they became a leader. But as far as the details are concerned, it's all given on their website, and they give the full details about the how it's going to work for their details. So basically, it's the crowdloan started in December, so that's when I should really started ideally, because then I would have got the major reward. The crowdloan cap, they've been capping it at 8 million dots, so that's where they want to basically stop. Currently, they're running less than that. I believe if you go to their page to see where they are at as of today, I will share you the link. I had it here, I believe. If I'm mistaken, it's going to be here. Okay, so Hydra DX, let's just see, here it is. Okay, this could be auction number 9, which is ending on February 10. And if you look at what's going on with this auction right now, it looks like, yeah, they're in the lead. So meaning that they're definitely going to be giving the lower rewards, because here that said clearly that contribution before we're leading by 15% will receive the highest amount of rewards. And once they start leading by 25% or more, then they're going to the lowest rewards. So that means right now I'll be the lowest rewards. As far as tokenomics, so all this is given, of course, on their site. And if we see what they're going to be saying is that as far as the reward pool, they say that we're giving 1 billion for the reward pool out of our 10 billion tokens. So meaning that they have 10 billion tokens total. And then if we go over here, I just want to see, I believe it's here. If we click on Hydra DX right over here, yes. So we see that they're giving 12.5 HDX tokens for each dot that is provided by the staker, and then the reward is going to be 10% of the total 10 billion. Now, if we read their full analysis, their explanations and so forth, they basically what they state is that they're going to be it was right over here. So they're done for their calculation. They have done a calculation stating that the price of HDX used for our calculation is 0.026. The number is based on the closing of HDX price on 0.08 on February 2021. I've taken into account the upcoming tripling of all balances, which were built up during the test nets. Okay, so the way I see this is that they're saying for their calculation they're using 2.6 cents, because they're saying the balance is going to be tripled. So that's what they're saying, basically, that we're taking this 8 cents and we're going to be basically dividing it by 3, because we're actually multiplying. Because what they're doing basically is that they're going to be they're tripling basically all the balances. Okay, so that means that they're going to be downloading their shares. So if I look at their numbers for the tokenomics, so we know that there's 10 billion tokens, and they're capping the rewards at 10%, meaning that we're going to have 1 billion tokens total. The price I used, I took the price they've given us, which is basically 2.6 cents. So if we take this price, which is 2.6 cents, and we said, okay, 12.5 HDX tokens for each dot. The price of dot today, I mean, this can be checked anywhere, but I mean, what I did was I went to CoinMarketCap just to get an idea about what the price of Polkadot is today, and the price was something in the range of $22 US. Yeah, $20.70. So what that means is that if we over here was a bit less, it doesn't matter. So if each one HDX token is giving us 2.6 cents of worth, if they're giving us 12.5 HDX tokens for each dot, it means that they're assuming that it's going to be 32.5 cents. Okay, but the way I look at this, okay, so then if I do take this 2.6 cents per token, per HDX token, times their 10 billion total tokens, they're giving the total market cap of $260 million, right? So basically it's very straightforward. 10 billion tokens times 2.6 cents. That means they're valuing the company at $260 million. Now, once this thing hits the market, what I did was I went to look at 3 companies that, in my opinion, would be similar. And obviously, when I say companies, I mean 3 crypto companies. One of them was CurveDAO with the CRV token. The second one that I looked at was Aave, and also Aave has its token is the Aave. And the third one, the last one I looked at, obviously, was Uniswap. So by looking at these 3 companies, we observed that the market cap of each one, CurveDAO is around 1.6 billion. I'm looking at today's market cap, not the fully diluted one. I look at Aave, it's at 2.5 billion, and the market cap of Uniswap is at 7.9 billion. So then I said, okay, if I take the lowest one of these ones at a market of $1.6 billion, right? then what that means is that if I look at a market cap of 1.6 billion, right? And we know that there's 10 billion HDX tokens. It means that each HDX token would then be worth approximately 16 cents, right? So let's say if I take that and let's say we assume that it goes a bit higher than that. So let's say instead of its market cap hitting 1.6 billion, let's say if it hits 2.5 billion, which would be something similar to what Arbe did. Well, in that case, if I have a market cap of 2.5 billion, and if I have 10 billion tokens, then what that means is that if I look at this divided by 10 billion, it would give me a pricing of around 25 cents per HDX token. So this is why I believe that the number they've given us of 2.6 cents per HDX token is maybe a little too conservative. So that's why myself, I'm comfortable with these numbers, and I like what the company is doing. I like the fact that there could be a cross-chain or both Ethereum and Polkadot. So that's why I'll be investing in this project personally. So obviously I done this way back when, 30 days ago and so forth, then I would have had 10 times the rewards, but so be it. I was late big time, so I'll be getting much lower rewards, but I believe this will be something to pay close attention to in the coming years. Thank you so much for watching.